Hey, what's up, TMTU? As you can see, we're here with the fellas, and we about to chop it up about the F's. Let's go. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm like, where's that at? You know, hey, y'all. Hey, we back. Welcome back to another episode of the Marriage Tune-Up, where we're fine-tuning marriages one discussion at a time. So look, hey, whether you are single, whether you're engaged, married for any length of time, look, come on through. Our objective is to give you some things to say, yep, I'm going to kick it and stay in my marriage. So, hey, now before we go any further, look, we need you to like this, right, fellas?
Right.
You to like this, right? Yep. We need you to subscribe to this, right, fellas?
Yes,
sir. Yeah. And we need you to stop shacking up with us. Come on. No more Netflix and chill. Hey, I want you to subscribe to this and really get so that way you don't miss any segments with us. It's the Marriage Tune -up. Again, I'm going to say it again. The Marriage Tune -up, all right? Now look, we said today that we're focusing on the F's. Yeah, the F word. F word. Hey, we taking everything back, right, Todd? We taking everything back. So we're going to be talking about favor today.
Yeah.
What F word y'all thought we was talking about? yeah. We're talking about favor today. Faith, finances, and the future. Yo, those are very vital parts of a marriage, all right? And I'm pumped. Because, yo, I got some diverse, great brothers in the mix with us here. So, look, without further ado, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. And then, of course, how long they've been married, man, because that's a blessing right there. We're going to start over on this side.
Tyrone Mitchell, married 29 years.
Chill.
Man, Rodney Bowen, 9 years.
Chill.
Derek Young, 15 years. Malcolm Elliott, 19 years.
Yes.
Brian Thomas, 32 years.
Ricky Owens, 31 years.
Yeah. You got Coop here, 24 years. And if y'all didn't know, hey, y'all engineer J4, doom. What, Jay, you had 32 years, man. Hey, Jay, we can't get no hand claps right there. Hey, 33. Okay, his wife said 33. Hey, y'all know, they all thought these numbers up. So their wife probably say they short 1 or 2 or something like that. But hey, when I calculated it, dude, that's like 190 years between us, man. Between us, of us growing and holding to this thing called marriage, man. That's real good. Now, hey, guys, we're not professing to know everything. But I'll tell you, we found out that, yo, if we rock with some like-minded brothers, hey, the battle's better. Yeah, the battle's better. The battle's better. So look, I want to dive right in. Because we got a lot of content to go over. Just some incredible questions. So look, throw your stuff in the chat. The brothers and I, we just gonna chop it up as we always do. Is just, hey, now we got a camera because this ain't new to us, right? At all. So hey, here's the first question I wanna go over with y'all about marriage. Hey, how was marriage modeled for you? And in turn, how have you, in turn, modeled marriage? Again, here it is. How was marriage modeled for you? And how have you, in turn, modeled marriage?
I have something real quick about that.
Yeah.
How was it modeled? It wasn't. And the sad thing is, in my neighborhood, out of all my friends, it was probably only 2 families that were married.
Man.
So it wasn't modeled. But we decided how we want to model it. We want to make marriage sexy again.
Yeah, I'm with that. Sexy again. Yeah.
So that's our goal, for our sons to realize the importance of marriage and things like that.
Yeah, I would have to agree. And I wanted to try to get it from all y'all because marriage wasn't modeled for me either. So far, that's 2-0.
Yeah,
that's
So,
cool.
well, let me go back to, let me get on the other side. Sorry,
Okay.
Malcolm.
No, you
In my family, marriage was modeled as excellent. Started with my grandparents.
Right.
15 kids.
Okay. Man,
12 were married. And I also seen my uncle was married to my aunt get up and go to work every day. Same with my uncle, same with my aunties. Get up and worked every day. Holidays came, we all came as a family.
Right.
That's nice.
Even growing
15.
up, even growing up the neighborhoods we grew up in, but it was a stigma that, hey, We're gonna be together through thick and thin,
Right.
no matter
That's
what.
good. That's good.
Yes,
Mark,
sir.
you about to say something?
So
Come
I'm
on.
kind of in. I'm with both of these guys. So
Okay.
I grew up with my mother and father. They're still married today,
Right.
in their 70s.
That's awesome, man.
So, but it wasn't necessarily all beautiful.
Right,
There was a lot of
right.
arguments. There was a lot of, destroying the kitchen.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad came home
Mom,
upset.
get out my house, bro.
You know?
That sounds
You know
like
what I
me.
mean? but I saw all this, right?
Yeah,
But then I saw as I became, I would say in my early 20s when I have two sisters, when we
Right.
all left the nest per se, I saw their marriage flourish.
Wow.
So because
That's
so
nice.
growing up, it's like, okay, this is crazy.
Right.
It's beautiful because I got my daddy, I got the mentor,
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We weren't hurting for anything,
Yeah.
but I saw anger and you know what I'm saying, frustration.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But again, like I said, when my two sisters and myself got the house, I saw the argument stop. I saw the arguing stop. I saw them going on vacations, and this. So it told me.
right.
It told me in my early 20s that hey, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we need to fight through these
Yeah,
rough times
man,
because it's gonna
right.
get greater later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which to the second part of your question. So how has that affected me? You know what I'm saying? I kind of lean on that.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like
Real talk.
I got to
Oh.
fight through.
Yeah. Hold.
I'm looking at my
Yeah.
daddy as my example to this day.
I love
you know what I'm saying? Like I said last month, there's two people I really bumped, and he's one. You know what I mean? Like I go to him like, Dad, hey, everything you taught me, everything you said didn't make sense to it until I got married.
Right.
man.
That
And
is.
so even during our little struggles and this, that, and the other, I'm like, okay, once my two sons, maybe, hopefully, I'm praying to God
Yeah.
that, you know what I mean? Let me.
Hold.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
I love
you
it.
know what I mean?
I love it. Fellas, come on, chime in. Hey, again, how was marriage modeled for you, and how have you in turn modeled marriage? Come on, D.
All right, so for me, very similar to Tyrone and Malcolm.
Okay.
I grew up with my mom and father. 50 years, they're going on 51
Man,
in
that's beautiful.
July.
I clap for that.
that,
yeah.
Thank you. And one of the things that I learned from my parents is to keep God in the middle of your marriage.
Yeah.
My dad was a minister. His couple of his brothers were ministers. And I saw how they treated their wives and how they respected them and loved them and cared for their kids. And so, I had that model, and how I've kind of acclimated that in now is, I just watch them and I try to model exactly what they did. Maybe not to the exact same,
Right.
because there's good and bad.
Yeah.
You see the bad also, and so I try to take those experiences and try to tweak what I need to in my marriage, and
Feeling that.
so
Yeah,
that's,
I'm feeling it. What up, Rod?
I'm fortunate like these three brothers as well. Had both parents. And then my whole family, as Ty stated, it all was under the banner of my grandparents.
Right. Yeah.
And they created this standard where family was important. Men set the example. They stayed in relationships,
Man.
good and bad, but you rarely saw the bad part. So how I modeled that is that's the same approach that I take. One thing that my pops told me, in marriage, you keep your business in-house.
Right.
You don't give your business to everybody. It has to be someone who has some kind of standard foundation.
Right.
So that's what I live by. Just trying to set an example that marriage is for life. Like
Yeah.
if you get in it, you
Yeah.
stay in it. And that's how I'm pushing.
Man,
For all my kids, girls and boys,
Yeah.
I'm trying to let them see that this is something that you commit to
Yeah, real talk.
and you stay in it. So that's what I'm about.
I'm feeling that. Rick?
Well, for me, I'm with you and Brian, because there was no immediate or model that was in the household, because my parents divorced quite early. I was 5 years old when they got divorced.
Right.
So there was really no model directly, but indirectly.
Yeah.
I did have some people I could look to. One being, again, grandparents.
Right. Man,
they were
thank God
married
for the grandparents.
Man, for real.
They were married before my grandfather passed away. They were married for 57 years.
That's
There it
beautiful
is.
right there.
But
Yeah.
so I kind of looked to them to see how they were doing things. But that was, from you visit them all the time when you're little, but as you get older, those visitations kind of linger off, and you go off to do your own thing.
Right.
But when you get into your own marriage, you have to look to setting models for yourself. That's where I found myself,
Right.
because I couldn't do it exactly the way my grandparents did it. So, but for me, looking at the struggles and some of the challenges, I had to go to God and say, okay, Lord, you model it for me. Let me look into your book and see what you say about marriage. And that's where I began to look at some things to shape, to see where our marriage would go, but modeling after his instruction.
Man,
and
love
that's
it.
what's been a great help.
Love it. And fam, for y'all out there, hey, I love what Rick said of going to the book, the word, because it's going to give you some type of foundation. And that's what we're going to flow into, because if you're trying to follow it from the word, I'm sure you fellas agree, hey, favor's coming your way.
Right.
Favor's coming. So we want to talk about favor a little bit. What is favor? I want to give you a couple of definitions. Here's a definition of favor, straight out Webster's, my brother Webb. An act of kindness beyond what is due or usual. Okay? But here's K. You know, here's K's definition. K's definition. God stepping into one situation to make a worthwhile difference. I'm feeling that. I'm going to say it again. Here's favor. Favor's definition. This is K's definition. God stepping into one situation to make a worthwhile difference. So we want to go to the word. I think anyone can remember the word. We're looking at Proverbs 18:22. I think when we got married, we're all thinking about it. It says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Now, statistics say, this is what I want to hear from y'all. Statistics say that 74% of kings, hey, that's us, y'all. What up, King?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
74% of kings know that they have found their queen within the first 6 months of meeting her. Hey, y'all agree? Y'all agree? Hey, man.
6 months.
Yeah.
First, you know, second time, like what?
It was earlier for me.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Mark said it was earlier. Mark, he's like, so love at first sight?
I'm not. I mean, to a degree.
I feel
To a
that.
degree.
I feel that. Yeah. Okay. So look. I recently saw a clip where the girl got on her knee and proposed to her boyfriend.
Negative.
Yeah. And here's the thing though. Yo, he clowned her, y'all. He walked away. He said no and walked away. Left her there. And you know how that went viral and things like that. Okay, so here it is. Question. Would you have accepted the proposal if your current wife, not I've been married twice, y'all. So, would you have accepted the proposal if your current wife asked you to marry her? Yeah, I want to hear it. I said yes. Yes, I would. Because even though it wasn't 6 months, I still do. I was praying for a woman like Kate, strong, on point, hard worker, loves the Lord. So, you know, if she came, honestly, bro, we was 4 years in. I still hadn't said, "Yo, what's up? You want to get married?" So I would have. But come on, hey.
As far as me, I was one of them cats that I wasn't looking to get married.
Well,
so
yeah, I told Kate.
Drea, her proposal was like, I'm gonna set up the church. I'm gonna get you an appointment at the tuxedo shop. You get your groom in and get everything ready. I already got the hall. I already got the pastor. We going to marriage counseling this day. Drea did everything. And I'm just like, hey, I ain't said yes yet.
Yeah.
know?
Hey, y'all. 29 years later.
All right.
And I'm still here.
Man, praise God.
Yeah, but
man.
Drea planned everything, and that knucklehead was right then, and just
That's tight.
that was a big window when you out there.
Yeah,
to
real
climb
talk.
through. But I thank God for her, and I found my good thing.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, would y'all accept it?
At 20 years old, it'd have been no.
Yeah,
I think it would have been too much into my own ego.
Right.
To look and seem like I was lesser than a man to come to her first.
Yeah.
And or why would I wait so long where she had to come to me?
Right.
I think that's, to me, it would, at 20 years old, I think that'd have been a blow to the ego.
I hear that. Hey, way to be real. Way to be real. B?
I would quickly say I was similar to Tyrone,
Show up.
early 20s. Never had any thought of getting married. I thought we could just move together, start having kids, and start being a family.
Yeah.
And you would get that, when we gonna get married? When we gonna get married? Okay, we will. When we gonna get married? Now, if she would have got on her knee, that would have probably bothered me. But it was always pressure. And then just one day, it's like I said, okay. And next thing I know, these things are being set up.
Yeah.
And her mother's spending money, and I was like,
So it took.
That's all it takes.
So it took. Hey y'all. B-boy, he go back ways back with all of us, man. Hey, that cat was in his video. And he was sweating. He's like, "Look, bro, I need to sit down. I need to sit." I had them cats put a fan on him. Hey, Willa was like, "No, somebody getting married today. Somebody." So love that. Hey, y'all. Someone said, "Okay, Malk, love at first sight is beautiful." Yeah, good looking there. Someone, hey, this is E. E, what's up, baby? He said, some amazing brothers here. Yes, they are. Thanks for y'all examples. Nice. Hey, we talked about it all the time. Cass is watching us. Hey, E, you coming on here, man? We're going to invite you on. Believe that. Okay, so look, let's look back. Let's go back to the to that word. Here's another version. The NLT, New Living Translation, says, the man who finds a wife finds a treasure. And he received favor from the Lord. So I want to ask this, because the word find stood out, it deduces that, hey, the man was looking for something, and he found it. And not only did he find it, he says, and on top of that, God gave him favor. So I want to ask y'all, hey, what were some characteristics that you were looking for in a woman and found in your now wife? What are some of the characteristics?
Let me speak on that.
Yeah.
Because mine was totally different from everybody. It was the second time around for me, and I swore up and down that I was not getting married again.
Me too.
I swear to God. And I happened to see my current wife now. I was picking up my son from school, and she came around the corner, and her aura, it just felt like the sun was around her, and I was just like, wow, that's beautiful right there. I saw her spirit before I saw her attributes. Nice. If that makes any sense to anybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when I saw her, I said, wow, that's bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh.
Yeah.
Like, real talk, I knew she was for me. And when I started engaging her, I knew, wow, you're wholesome. Like, there's something wholesome. So what it was that I needed was what I saw. She was a wholesome woman. You don't see a lot of that in women today, where they show all of what they have, but she didn't do that. Yeah. It was, somebody raised her correctly.
I'm feeling that.
And that's what I was looking for. Not only that, but she balanced me. Because I can go there, but she brings it down. Yeah. And she holds me accountable.
Love it.
That's something that really stood out to me. This is before minister.
Yeah, real talk.
She held me accountable.
9 years later. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Characteristics that you were looking for that you found in your life?
Yeah, I'm gonna say something, man. Just like Rodney, I was married before, and one of the things that stood out to me about my wife was that her family and herself had a relationship with God.
Nice.
Because I've been there when that didn't exist.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And so that was a big thing for me. I wasn't looking to get married either, honestly. I was like, hey, I'm gonna enjoy the single life right now, being real.
Yeah.
And and she came along, and so that was the one thing that she had. She had her head on her shoulders as well. Yeah, man, here we are today, 15 years later.
Man. That's what I'm talking about.
I got one for you.
Yeah, come on.
So for me, I'm different, and I used to get teased about this as a teenager. I always wanted to get married. And my boys be like, "What type of cat?" I just said I didn't do my thing and have my fun. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. But I knew, because of my example and my grandparents, my dad, my grandfather in particular, my dad's dad, like the Elliott men is strong as far as family is concerned. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And that's my example. So anyway, my thing was when I saw her I didn't want no weak female. I didn't want no female I could tell shut up, sit down.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that to me, I'm not that type of dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like?
Yeah. 20 years later, she see what she. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the first. I was one of the first from the first conversation, because her girlfriend is the one who tried to bring us together.
Yeah.
And so our first interaction was basically I don't need her to speak for me. Like, so I saw her immediately, boom.
Go.
You know what I mean? And then get to know her and this, that, and the other. Because prior to my wife, the girlfriend I had before that, who I liked a lot, from high school until I met her, she was that one. Like, I liked her to death. Wouldn't get a driver's license this week. Wanted me to drive her everywhere.
Stop it.
everything else about that was nice. The family structure, the whole thing was nice. But like one time I told her to be quiet, she didn't speak for the rest of the day.
Oh, man.
And later on that day, I'm like, dude, why ain't you talking? Well, you told me to be quiet. I see what I'm saying.
Look what I'm doing.
Yeah, so
Look what I'm doing, man. I'm raising the red flag, bro. I'm raising the
done
flag.
deal. So that's why I said.
Dizzle.
So that takes me back to you said love at first sight. That's why I said maybe because it wasn't love at first like boom. Even though she may tell the story different,
right?
But my thing was is I knew when I met her, I'm cutting everything else off.
I'm feeling that.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm feeling that.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But being strong. I didn't want no weak female.
Man, I'm feeling that. Hey, ain't God funny, man? Because I prayed, Mark, I prayed for, I said, Lord, give me a strong woman, assertive, you know. Hey, I'm not going to front, man. Hey, I'm an alpha male. I want an alpha female.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now he's like, hey, you asked for it. You know?
Real talk, right? They believe me.
Cause you know who you married.
Man, y'all know who you married.
I say that to this day. I know who I married.
Hey, and God is, he's like, what you talking about? I gave you exactly
what you asked for.
Exactly, man. Hey, anybody else want to tag that characteristic? Come on, Rick.
For me, the characteristics that I look for, and I wanted somebody, even though I didn't always like some of the things my mother did, but there were definitely some qualities I saw in my mother that I wanted in my wife.
Yeah, take the good, lead the bad.
My mother always treated people with great kindness
Love it.
and respect. She had her issues, and some things I didn't like about her, but there was definitely some qualities that I saw in her that I wanted in a possible wife.
Right.
My wife, for one, is I wanted somebody from the hood, but who wasn't hood.
Right. There it is.
Come on, Rick. Yeah.
And me and a lot of people may not think, but where I grew up, I was the square. So I didn't want no hood woman because I wanted to stay cool, calm, and collected. And what others may thought somebody should have been from Watts, I didn't want to be that. I was a square. I like being a square. That's why I needed a woman that jive with me being that way, cool, calm, and collected. And that's what I got.
Yeah, don't get it twisted though. He'll cut you.
Square got 4 points.
I piggyback that on Rick because that's me. I wanted. Darrell was a mother figure because she lost her mom at her early age, so she had to take care of her sister and just that caring part, that balance me. A person from the hood, hustling, doing all this thing. I need somebody when I came in the house, I was comfortable.
Love it.
I had my queen there, and I was good.
Okay.
You know, because I knew she had that mothering character in her. She's like, I'm gonna balance all this out.
Yeah.
You know, in time, we'll work on you.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
Love it. Love it. Hey, I wanna jump to one last question on Faith, and we're gonna jump. Favor, and we're gonna jump to Faith. Hey, what's your favorite thing about your wife, man? What's your favorite thing? What's your favorite?
Man.
A heart. Man. Love that. Love that. Rob.
She got so many of them. I think at the end of the day, with everything that goes on in the world, man, laughter is good. And my wife, she makes me laugh.
I feel you on that, man. That's definitely needed. Love it. Ty?
Balance.
She
balanced me when I'm high. She brings me, like Rod said, she brings this. She brings this. I have my good days, I have my bad days, and she do too. But we balance each other. Over the years, we learn how to do that.
Yeah, man. Love y'all for that, man. And I often tell Kay, it's not a booty, it's a beauty. You know what I'm saying? That type thing. But I would go with D as well, a heart, man. A heart. Not saying that it's all perfect and correct, because again, I asked for an alpha female, so she could go there. You know what I'm saying? But I do love a heart, man, and it's helped me to get better as well. Rick.
My wife's kindness.
Her
kindness.
I can see that in Kay. Real talk. B-boy.
I would say my wife's ability to listen, and no matter what has been going wrong in your life, she has a way of turning it and allowing people to leave with something positive. And she does that very well. As I listen to something and I say, oh, you in trouble. She'll find some way of turning it.
Very
so
optimistic.
she's a very good listener and quickly comes up with something that could benefit someone and have you walking away feeling better. She's very good with that.
Love that. I lost my shoe. Well, at least you got one left, baby. All right, something like that. Will. Yeah. Come on, Malcolm. Hey, give us one favorite thing, man, about About niece?
She keeps our family straight.
Man, that's love right
I
there.
mean, you could however you want to spend that.
Yeah.
Because if it was me, because I'm laid back and
Yeah,
you
real
know
tough.
what I'm saying.
My
so,
boogie.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Hey, I love that. I love that. Okay, I love it. Hey, we're gonna jump to faith because again, we're trying to get through faith, finances, future, all that good stuff. Faith. Hey, here's the word. Hebrews 11:1. Now, faith is a confidence in what we hope for, and the assurance in what we do not see. Now, obviously, we know that's talking about Jesus. We know, but what we want to look at is, how do we apply it to marriage? How do we apply it to marriage? And when I look at that, fellas, I said, look, I got to have the confidence of saying, look, we gonna make it. We gonna make it because, hey, I think all of y'all have seen us in good times and bad times, and we seen y'all in good times and bad. Hey, we gonna make it. And what we hoping for? Yo, we hoping for those Boykin years.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, we got a couple in our church, man. Them cats been married 70+ years, man. We want those Boykin years, and the only way to get it is like Mark was saying. Look, I gotta hold. I gotta stay in there. I gotta keep pushing forward. So here's a question for y'all. Here's a question, because the foundation of a healthy marriage has got to begin with faith in God. Would y'all agree? Y'all agree?
Yes.
Okay. In regards to the marriage, what are your thoughts on this verse? Anything y'all want to add to that, or we'll jump into it? Now, faith is a confidence in what we hope for, and assurance about what we do not see. When we, in regards to the marriage, anybody want to try to tackle that?
Yeah.
Okay, come on, Rick.
Take it up for a little bit. I think you have to both be on the same page, and there's something before you that you're trying your best and you're doing the work to attain that.
Come on, Rick.
Right.
Get there.
And understand because if only one of you want that, then you ain't gonna make it.
Right.
And that's just, we talked about missing a shoe, but my wife is the other shoe.
Right.
So I need,
received that.
we both need, if that's what the expectation that we have, that we're putting our faith and confidence in. We ain't got it yet,
Right.
but that's the goal.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think we have to be able to set those realistic goals, and you work together on obtaining that particular
That's
goal.
tight.
I like
and
that.
I love that you're saying it's a unified goal.
Right.
It's not her over here and me over here. It's not we here and we pushing forward.
Yeah.
Man, I love that. I love that. Come on,
I have one. Malcolm earlier spoke about his parents and a little bit of turmoil, and it got better. And that it touched me as he was saying that about faith, that during the storm, something always come after a storm. And what comes after a storm? Rainbows and green grass.
crisp air.
real tough.
So you have to have faith that whatever you're going through, it's going to be something after that storm.
Yeah.
And often, I think we fold during the storm and we don't
Like a
allow.
lawn
it.
chair.
So I say the faith in knowing that as long as we're on this side of the grass, there's going to be some turmoil.
Yeah.
And we have to realize that the sun is coming up.
coming.
And it's going to be a beautiful day.
Yeah, I'm receiving
Once
that.
the storm is gone.
Yeah. Hey, we hold for the storm.
And faith has to be the foundation of your marriage.
Yeah.
Without the faith, you can't
Trouble.
build any foundation. I mean, you try to build a building on some sand, see what happens.
Trouble.
You know, even through the midst of a storm, you got to see God is still working on your behalf.
Yeah.
You know, we have a Savior who says storms will come.
Yeah.
You know, because you accept Jesus Christ don't mean you're going to be exempt from that.
Yeah.
And marriage is the same way. God anointed that marriage. And you have to be faithful to say, you know what? Through the good, through the bad, through the ugly, I'm holding my hand.
Love it.
You know, that's when you go to Vegas. That's when you throw them Raider cards on the table. Mean nothing. You know what I mean? And you just stay faithful.
You hold until
You hold.
Bruh,
You
you'll
know?
be holding a long time,
Yeah,
bro.
you know, but
Man.
at the end, you have to have that foundation.
Love it.
You know, when you get married and you have a group of people who come to your marriage and they make you accountable, hey, sucker, you
Yeah,
you
yeah, I was a
invited me
witness.
here.
Yeah, I
I
was a
took
witness.
time to come here.
Yeah.
You just ain't gonna walk out.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
and we got to remain faithful because storms will come.
Yeah. So true.
Will
So
come.
true.
Like I love that rainbows come after them.
Right.
That's good.
They come
That's
right after
good.
them.
Love it. Hey, I want to give to you guys. Remember, we're always trying to give you guys tips and things like that. So here are 5 important things to keep in mind when exercising faith in God for your marriage. 1, God is almighty. Okay, so reverence and recognize that God is omnipresent. omnipotent, omnipotent, as others would say, and omniscient. Okay, and he's over your marriage as well. And here's the beautiful thing about it. Hey, he's for you, and he's for your marriage. That's you need to know that he's for you, he's for your marriage. Here's number 2. Hey, Jesus desires unity in your marriage. Okay, just like there's unity in the Trinity. Hey, he wants to see that same unity in your marriage. Hey, pray for that and believe that he's going to give that to you in your marriage. Here's number 3. Hey, you're already victorious.
That's it.
You're already victorious, okay? Hey, so when life, Satan, and yourself, come on, let's be real, fellas,
real.
try to sabotage your marriage with emotionally, financially, spiritually, physically, all those leads. Yeah, all those leads. Hey, remember, if you stand together as a couple, nothing can stand against you because you got God. And if God is for you, who can be against you, right? Hey, here's number 4. Hey, you're not alone. You, your spouse, and God are the majority, man. And then when you get with a clique like this, a crew like this, man, come on, man, you good. You got to remember that no weapon formed is going to prosper against you. Now, we know they're going to be formed, but they ain't going to prosper. Here's number 5. Okay, align your faith with God's desires. Okay, so we need to pray to God about our marriage. Are we praying for our marriage? And here's the thing: we talking about align, not His will line up to ours, but our will line up to His. We got to do that. We got to do that. So, hey, fellas, here's a question. Has faith increased, plateaued, digressed, or is it an ebb and flow in your marriage? I'm gonna say it again here. Has your faith increased, plateaued, digressed, or is it an ebb and flow in your marriage? Who wants to tackle it?
Increase, pass it on.
Increase. I love it. Okay.
Increase.
Okay.
Definitely
See?
increase.
Okay. Now, yeah, he said, hey,
Ebb and flow.
Yeah, I mean,
I ain't military.
because I'll be honest.
Yeah.
You know me. I don't. You know
Come
what
on,
I'm
Mal. Hey,
saying? You know
we
what
giving
I'm
nothing
saying?
but
I'm
the
not
real
there
here.
yet.
Yeah.
So I'm still a baby and
Yeah.
all of this stuff.
Thanks for
You know
being
what I'm
honest,
saying?
Mal.
So it just is what it is.
Yeah, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
I think even in that's maturity. Saying, dude, I'm not there. I'm getting it.
Yeah.
I'm getting it.
Yeah.
I would say similar to Mount that there's so much more I can do.
Right.
So it's always still an increase
Okay.
because it's so much more
Okay.
I can learn and do more and be more. So
Yeah.
it's
Love it.
still an increase.
Love it. Rip.
I think for me, it's definitely increasing, but there's also some ebbs and
Yes,
flows
there
in
is.
there.
Yes, there
Because
is.
sometimes when you going through your little struggles, you're like, man, okay, God, you in this?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
is something wrong with me? Or what you trying to tell me? So I think there's definitely some ebbs and flows in there as far as where
Yeah.
your faith is. Because I've been saying this to a lot of people. You don't know what faith is until it come time to use it.
Man.
Oh, that's good right there.
That's real talk right there. That's real talk. And man, it's been coming to my house quite a bit. and I have to hold. I'm still gonna say I agree with y'all on the ebbs and flows and things, but I'm still gonna say increase. And here's why, dude. I know how I used to be.
Right.
Hey, I know how I was in my first marriage. I again, we go back to the word and we said it before, man, dude, in me dwells no good thing.
Right.
So I know with K, if I'm relying on the word, hey, I found a good thing. I ain't had it, and I'm getting favor from the Lord, and,
Right.
and I can see that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna lean more to the increase side because she's made me better.
Right.
She has, man. She's pushed me. Even when I didn't want to be pushed, man. And God is like, yo, man, because she with you, that's why you got this.
Right.
Sorry, but okay,
Right,
I got you,
right.
Lord,
Oh,
I got
yeah.
you. But I'm feeling you on that, because you're right. The ebbs and flows is definitely there. We was just ebbing back last week, right, Rod?
Yes,
Ooh,
sir.
Ooh-wee.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
hey, I want to go to finances, fellas. I want to go to finance. We're going to keep running. Okay, hey, finances, man. Hey, everywhere we looked in our research, that was one of the top reasons
Divorce.
for divorce, man. One of the top reasons. I would have to say for myself, in my first marriage, man, that was one of the reasons that we divorced, man. We was struggling, man. You know, couldn't scratch two nickels together, you know, that type thing. So here's a word for you. Here's a word. Ecclesiastes 4:9, the A part. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. Again, I'm going to say it again. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. So now I'm going to throw it back out there again. In regards to marriage, okay, marriage, what are your thoughts on this verse? What are your thoughts? Everybody want to tackle it? 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor.
I started off.
Yeah, come on.
When it comes to finance and marriage, it's something we really don't even talk about.
Man.
It's something that, our parents, I grew up with the James Evans syndrome.
Uh-huh.
A man go out there and work, hustle, do what he have to do, and come and pray and put the bread on the table.
Right.
But who teaches us that, we got to put money up for this,
Yeah,
we got to put money
401k.
up for that.
Live in trust.
We was never taught that.
Will.
And so I see a lot of marriage, when they go in, they don't talk about finance.
Right.
I don't make a decision to this day for a long time without my wife understanding
Love it.
why I'm making that decision and do we agree on that decision.
Right.
I don't keep secrets when it comes to finance
Right.
because I could have walked out the door many times.
Right.
Because if you ever have a credit card and you put it down, it has to be paid.
Right.
It didn't benefit for me. It benefited you. And sometimes a man will walk away just for a credit card.
Yeah.
And for me, if we can sit here and talk about it, and it's for the family, I'm good.
Yeah.
But if you selfish,
Right.
I can see why people walk away. Because no one's taught us how to finance our
Right.
money.
Real talk.
And there's so many programs out here today, you don't have no excuse.
Yeah.
You can Google, YouTube, whatever. You have no excuse in 2022 to know about
talk.
finance. But
Real
1970, 1980, wasn't taught that.
Yeah.
Wasn't taught that.
You can hit up Brian and Willa. They'll
Man,
tell you
3D
about some
financial.
Real talk, real talk. Okay. Anybody else want to attack that in relations? If not, I'm going to jump to a couple of things.
I would say real quick, early on, very early in our marriage, we were looking for a house and we wanted to live in Lakewood, and the prices of houses were so much. And we looked out here in Paris, California, and we didn't want to move this far. But ultimately, she got laid off, or she got a notice, and we decided to move where we could afford the home
Amen.
on one income.
That's what I'm talking about.
And so we moved to Paris, California, and she lost her job, and we afforded a home on one income. And then eventually she went back to work, and it made things better, because if we would have moved to Lakewood, we would have paid 2 to 3 times as much for a home. And for a home that was smaller.
Right.
And when she would have lost her job, we probably would have lost the house, and we might have lost the marriage.
Yeah,
Right.
real
So
talk.
just by making a keen decision on that, I think it really helped us. And and eventually I met Tyrone Mitchell, and life has been great.
You gotta love it.
That's another topic.
Hey, but that's just a testimony, bro. You don't know how God is moving.
Right.
And you need to stay on track with him. Hey, real quick, I want to give 5 ways financial problems can negatively affect the marriage, okay? Hey, it can increase stress.
Right.
Yeah, I've been there. Anybody else been there? Man. Hey, it can build resentment. You think, hey, he was supposed to have that. We was balling when we was dating. What happened now? Hey, it damages communication and trust.
Right.
Yeah.
Agree with that.
Yeah, real talk. Because like Ty was saying, hey, you hiding something, or I'm giving money away, or something like that. Hey, turns couples against each other. Can money really turn couples against one another, y'all?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Hey, there's a word. I believe it's Proverbs 38:9. It says, hey, and just to paraphrase, hey, Lord, don't give me too much money, because I might forget you. Hey, please, Lord, don't let me have too less money, because I might go rob somebody and sin against you. You know what I'm saying? That type thing. So I think we have to be mindful of that. Turns couples away from. Here's number 5. Reduces opportunities, man. Yeah. Reduces. So look, when we going into the marriage with bad credit, been there, losing a job, been there. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. It can definitely limit you from doing what you want to do as a couple, and living in Lakewood or buying a, man, I don't know who but trying to buy a house these days.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy right now. But hey, okay, we gave 5 ways that it can negative. Let's give 4 ways to solve financial problems.
Oh,
hey,
you need to keep one more.
what's the other one? Come
now.
on.
Finance will mess your whole sex life up.
Man, you ain't getting no booty.
You ain't getting nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, if the bills ain't getting paid,
Nothing.
you can't get nothing.
Nothing.
Come on.
Hey, I'm feeling. Hey, right there. That's real talk right there.
Don't bring that bacon home.
Hey,
You know, bacon good with everything. But don't bring it home.
Smell that bacon.
Yeah,
Tell
don't
me.
bring that.
But hey, so look, here's 4 ways to make sure you get some booty then. 4 ways, okay? 4 ways to solve financial problems together. Hey, talk openly about your financial problems.
Right.
Real talk. Hey, I'm still learning that. You know what I'm saying? Start prioritizing. One of the ways that Kay and I do it, we do the snowball effect. You can do the snowball effect, or you can do the avalanche effect. Snowball, hey, we're gonna take the small ones, we're gonna knock them out. Wow, it's kind of rewarding to see that paid off. Right. Okay, now we go to the next one. Wow, and now we go to the next one. You know what I'm saying? Or avalanche. Hey, we taking a big one, we knocking it out, and we're gonna keep going down from there. Right. You got to do one or the other, either snowball effect or avalanche to start prioritizing. Accept help for your financial problems. Fellas, let's be real. Yeah. Yo, we ain't talking about, Rod, you just meant, hey, we ain't talking about it to nobody. Hey, I'm gonna just keep all this stress on me, and next thing you know, my gallbladder hurt. You know what I'm saying? So accept help for your financial problems. You can talk to financial planners, tax guys, all that stuff. Set goals. That's number 4. Set goals. Hey, what are we doing this year? How much money we saving? How much money we tithing?
Right.
Come on. Set goals, okay? So here's a question. Hey, as a man, how has finances affected your marriage? As a man, how has finances affected your marriage?
I would say I would say finances hasn't affected my marriage. Some people would say my wife spends a lot, but often, you know, she's spending $50 to $100,
Right.
and then I go out and buy a car or something.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't.
Hey, Brian, you can't be telling our secrets.
You know, and I didn't want to say me and Tyrone had this time, but I don't see the little things as being that critical.
Yeah.
Because at some point I want to redo my interior. I want to do this, and it just seemed like my things are bigger. So, you know, I don't have a problem with her spending as long as when the bills are paid.
Yeah, I feel that.
And that goes for both of us.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I'm thankful that through COVID and through everything, we have maintained.
Thank you, Lord.
And it's a blessing.
Got it.
Only God.
Yeah, I think when you work hard, you play hard, but it has to be
Balance.
balanced. And that's why I said earlier, my wife balanced me.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like B said, I get inside, I see something I want it,
Yeah.
and I can complain that she'll have a room full of stuff, and it only costs her $200.
Right. A room.
But my stuff is gonna be like 20. Yeah, you already seen.
Yeah.
Cool. Brian seen what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
But it's for a business, but I have to recognize that as long as we balance it out.
Right.
Like right now, what I'm about to do, hey, I'm gonna talk to you, babe. Look here, I'm gonna sell this. I'm gonna sell that. I'm gonna recoup this money because I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, if we
Communication.
balance out, we're good.
That's the key right
And
there.
we're good. You know, because I like toys.
Yeah.
You know,
we all
because
do.
who goes to work and don't want nothing?
Right.
I'm not going to work just to pay bills.
Right.
You know, I want to go to work and enjoy life.
Right.
Because it's short.
It's too short.
It's too short.
So true. Love it. Anybody else did?
I mean,
All right.
you hit it on the head with the communication part, you know, and then just prioritizing and setting goals, and then just putting everything on the table, you know, not to say because you did this, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
I don't want to live like that. I've seen that. You know, I've seen my parents do that. My mom go spend up a whole lot of stuff. Pops come home and clean up the garage, and he pull up with a Corvette. I don't want to do that. I want to make sure whatever we do, it's not going to affect our future. I don't want it to affect our kids. I don't want for my kids to see dysfunction. So I'll sit down and say, hey, because you want to do this for your business, I'll sacrifice this. Because like Ty say, you don't want to just go to work just to work. But there's things that I want for the future. So if I sacrifice this right now and let her build her this right here, I'll get this later. And that's the goal.
Love it. I received that. Hey, I want to jump. We got about 15 minutes. I want to jump to our future because Rod just mentioned that a little bit. Future. See, when you're married, you have a special opportunity to look toward the future with anticipation. Okay, so here's some tips for all of us. Plan ahead.
Yeah.
Plan ahead. Not just the tough things and the bills, but try to plan a vacation as well. Okay. Discuss your goals. Discuss your goals. Hey, where do we want to be in 5 years? You know, those type things. Anticipate together. Rick said it together. Here's the goal. Dude, we going there together. We're not going here. We're going here. So anticipate it together. Hey, as a man, what is the hardest thing about planning for the future in your marriage? What's the hardest thing? Anybody want to tackle that?
Being in California.
Paying for air. This bitch. Good Lord.
For me right now,
Everybody watched it. Everybody knows. Hey, Mark, you can always come to
Stop it.
Texas. Come to Texas.
I don't know, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
The idea of California, if you ain't making $300,000, $400,000, you're poor. If their middle class is being wiped away. And if it's not today, it's going to be in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
If you ain't making $300,000, you're poor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so seeing the future, it's like there's no future in California. You know what I'm saying?
I like it,
There's
man.
no future.
Ain't no
And
future
it makes
in
me
front.
sick to my stomach.
And when did we go to Arizona? And we looked at all them houses.
Man.
And we was looking, in the future, we was looking for our forever home.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And we went to like maybe 5 or 6 houses.
Beautiful.
Beautiful homes.
Yeah, I looked at the
And
house in
see,
Arizona.
and when we do the poster,
Yeah.
when we do that, what our main goal
the vision
was,
board
the
and all
vision
that stuff,
board.
yeah.
To me, you have to write it down.
Write it down, make
Write
it
it down and be visual with it.
Right.
Yeah.
When me and my wife decided to go to Texas, it was our 25th wedding anniversary. I wanted to go to Jamaica. She like, babe, let's go to Texas. And she wanted to visit her friend. I'm like, Texas? Of all places, on the 25th anniversary.
Little did he know.
Little did I know.
Oh,
Her vision didn't really coincide with mine. But at the same time, once I got there, we balanced each other out.
Right, there you go.
And so we got an opportunity to get our forever home at a great price.
Right.
But I'm still working. I said, well, I just can't get up and just leave my job. I got a retirement. I got a pension. I got to worry about this. And plus, I'm not ready to leave California.
Right.
And so
we ain't ready for it either. But.
we read out for 3 years, and now we're ready to go. This is our last month in California for a while.
Right.
Cause I know y'all getting tired. We coming back and forth. You're like, Ty, where you live? Here it is. So at the end of this month, we're gonna be gone for at least a while. But
A month.
no, but you have to have that vision, Malcolm. You have to look at it.
Well, you both gotta have a
ours
vision,
was
though.
Arizona.
One person can't have a vision,
No,
though.
we went together.
That's not
Again,
gonna-
like we were saying,
It's not going to work.
heading together.
We went together. We all, our wives, we looked at the homes. You're like, we all, our plan was to go to Arizona and move to Arizona. That was the first place on our list. But we just fell in love with Texas,
Right.
and we're there.
Yeah.
And
Hey, I
one
think
of y'all coming out there.
somewhere.
At some point,
Hey, I want to give one of the words, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the thoughts I think towards you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. And I think, hey, if we look at Jeremiah in this, this is like him going into war. You know, before, and we have to think about that. God is telling him, hey, bro, I still got you. And Jeremiah is about to be going into war and trials and tribulations that we're talking about. And I think we have to hold, because I think if we don't take anything else from this, there's rainbows on the other side, like B says. So it's like, dude, he's got a hope in the future for us. We got to be ready for that. Be ready for that. Real talk. Hey, I want to jump to the what's under the hood. What's under the hood? D, you got the what's under the hood?
Yes, sir.
We got
Yes,
we
sir.
got 10 minutes, right? So we're gonna spend about 3. We're gonna spend 3 on what's under the hood, and then we're gonna spend the rest on the Jam 2C. Okay, just my 2 cents. D, come on, read that what's under the hood, man.
Okay. If we take away all of the titles, husband, father, provider, brother, homie, etc., who are you?
One more time, D. They need to hear that. I want y'all to think about that as well.
If we take away all of the titles, husband, father, provider, brother, homie, etc., who are you?
Who want to tackle it? Who wants to tackle it?
I'll start
Yeah,
off.
come on,
you
dude.
know, and I'm not just saying that because y'all my brothers from church.
Yeah.
But I truly mean this from the bottom of my heart. The first thing I am is a child of God.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because if without that, who are we?
Yeah.
You know, that's got to be our foundation as men, especially as married men. You know, how do we build our foundation on anything other than him first.
Seek and saying, if not.
So
Yeah, I love that.
that's I'm gonna leave it at that.
He just stole that from me.
Hey, I feel that. I said for myself, I'm a man that's always learning. Got a long way to go, but I agree with you. If I'm putting him first, I really feel I cannot lose. I cannot. Not saying I don't have some bullet wounds and some stab wounds from just demons and devils, and from myself, self-inflicting wounds on me. You know what I'm saying? But I truly believe I'm a lover of God and my family right now, and I'm like, and y'all are family. I can say, but I think if I focus on that in that order, dude, everything else is gonna be all good, one way or another.
For me, servant. I'm just a servant.
Yeah.
Servant means all kind of. You can throw so many titles on the
Right.
servant, but I always go back to scripture.
Yeah.
Who they say I am.
Yeah.
I am that I am.
Yeah.
God didn't put himself on the title. Christ didn't have a title. He was a servant. And that's just me. I mean, I love I can call Rick. I can call Coop. I said, man, I just need prayer.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get broken down, you got to reach out. And if you feel like that pride is not going to allow you to, you become self-servant. So the title of me is a servant.
Love it.
That's what it is.
Love it.
Yeah, I don't fall into titles.
Yeah.
Even when I was a coach, or commissioner, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, when I was coaching, I give my trophies to the assistant coach or to the AD. I kept one trophy from the first one. Other than that, I'm a father. That's who I am.
Yeah.
All the other stuff, for me, that's obvious.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be said, in other words.
Sure.
I don't even, but it's funny because I was just talking to my sons this morning, as a matter of fact. Because Zoe said, Zoe's back home.
Yeah. What up, Zoe?
What's
up, nephew?
So he was like, I ain't tripping if I don't have no kids. I said, whoa. Whoa. I said, no, we need more Elliots. We need more Elliots. I said, we only go change this world one Elliot at a time.
Come on, man.
Because I'm tired of us black men, the black community. See, I've taken this out of my vocabulary. The white man holding us and this, that. No. I don't even want to talk about that.
What you gonna do now?
Boom. And so even some of my closest homies, I'm like, I'm tired of talking about the white man.
Yeah.
What are you doing within your own home?
Let's go.
And I not forget all the other stuff with your C's.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you putting into them? So my
Right.
dad put into me,
Right.
coach, right? So now boom, able to bless and mentor.
Right.
So mentor will be my next who am I
Right.
to the youth, to the black community and Hispanic community, because that's what we're dealing with here in Moreno Valley, right? Boom. So you teach one, boom. Now he go teach two. So my dad taught me. Now I have two sons. Put it into them. So that's why I'm explaining to Zoe. Say no, don't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I identify.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling
Right
it.
now, at this moment in my life, that's how I identify.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sonny gonna have 12 kids.
Hey, as long as we putting the right information into them,
yeah.
as long as we making them well-rounded, and not just Bible, though.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
come on.
Because as
Right.
far as I'm
Finance,
concerned, some people are just too stuck on Bible
Yeah.
and church.
Yeah.
You stuck
Yeah.
right there. So don't get
Yeah.
offended.
No,
But that's
no,
just
that's
how
real.
I feel. To where that's all you want to hang around. That's all you want to. No. Whoa.
Exactly.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah. It's a world out
So,
there.
anyway.
I think it said, hey, he's so heavily bound, earthly good.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So I'm feeling
Yes,
you on
sir.
that. I'm feeling you on that. Hey, I think that sums it up. Anybody else want
I
to
got
add?
some
Growing.
different.
I'm just growing.
Growing.
That's it. I'm just
Growing.
I got something different.
Yeah.
Outside of all these titles, I'm a pillar. And the reason why I say that, being a barber for 27 years in this community, I've been in a lot of people's life to impact. Didn't realize it until maybe 3 years into being a barber, because the first 3 years of being a barber, I was selfish and I was self-centered. It was all about me. Let me get this bread and every woman I can meet. But as God started revealing to me that what I was doing in the community was beneficial, and it's an actual ministry for me, and I started seeing these young men who looked just like me and failed just like me. God was like, you need to pour into them. They need to know that there's hope, and you need to share yourself. So when I began to share myself, I started to see, okay, these guys don't have what I had. I did have a father, but I made bad decisions. But now I can be that bridge for them. And I became that. And now I've watched young men go from being no confidence to having confidence, and being successful, going to college and getting careers, being detectives and being all sorts of things, and now they come back and say because of you.
Yeah, lovely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm a pillar, not just a kid, but men. It became men too, grown men who should be fathering me. I'm just like, you don't know?
That goes to the foundation. That
Hey,
pillar is
become a
part of the
pillar.
foundation.
Become a pillar. Real talk. Okay, hey, look, we got 5 minutes, man. Rick, you gonna read the Jams 2C? Hey, Jam 2C, just my 2 cents. Hey, we not saying that this is what you should do, but here's what we would do. Come on, Rick.
It says, hello, TMTU. It's been a minute since you guys had read my letters. This is my 3rd time submitting a letter, so thank you for reading it live. My name is Matt, and I have been married to Melanie for 20 years. We have 3 beautiful children together. We are a blended family. My reason for writing this letter is I do not feel my spouse, wife, supports me in the way I want her to support me, and I am super frustrated about it, almost to the point that I want to leave. I will admit I was a complete a-hole to her for the first half of our marriage. I was constantly unfaithful to her, put everyone, including my job, before her, and I even got physical with her a few times. But before you stop reading and throw this letter away, I have changed. I had a road to Damascus encounter with God. If you will, and he has forgiven me and made me new. For years now, I have put male only after God. She says she has forgiven me, but I question it at times because she does not support me the way I want her to. She does what she wants to do for me, not what I want her to do for me. Please point me in the right direction because at this point, I'm ready to walk away. Signed, don't push me because I'm close to the edge.
Okay. Hey, listen, I'm gonna just say here, hey man, stay in the fight. Hey, the rainbow's coming. Come on, fellas.
I think you have to be careful on because although we want somebody to forget, we have to let them move at their own pace, not ours.
Right.
All we can do as husbands, because I've been with some of this stuff. Some of this stuff I've done.
Right, get out of my house,
but
man.
I can't force my wife to think, do, or act or behave the way I want her to.
Right.
Because some of the things in which we suffer from in our marriages is due to the things in which we brought into the marriage. This is a consequence.
Yeah.
Right.
Just be happy she didn't pour some hot grits on your behind.
Right.
Yeah.
Or put a knife in your side.
Yeah.
Right.
Or did some other things, and she went and did something with somebody.
Right.
Or she got up and left and took more than just half everything you got. So whether you know it or not, this woman is showing you some grace.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Way to look at it.
And I look at it like this, too. When you on a road to Damascus, you got to have that partner. I read Acts. I was telling Coop. I read Acts. It's mentioned 3 times. Paul on Damascus 3 times. He wanted to get it in there to understand we're not doing life by ourselves. You know, your wife, like Rick said, she's doing her own pace because you had that moment on Damascus. Don't mean she has.
Right.
You know, she's still not there. So you have to be patient in this marriage.
That's good, John.
That's part of the fruit of the Spirit. Long suffering. That's one we don't talk about.
Right.
So right now you long suffering,
Self-control.
but at the same time, you got to show kindness.
Right.
You got to be faithful,
Yeah,
gentle,
gentle.
and love is going to swallow all that. If you stay there, if you eat what Jesus did at the cross,
Love it.
if you stay there, you know, we all been on the road to Damascus. And some is just, you know, we ain't all there
It's
yet.
a longer road than ever.
Yeah, it's, you know, just because now you're there,
Right.
she ain't. She forgave you, but now you got to sit back and just let her go at her own pace.
Love it.
And support you where you don't even think you've been supported. You don't know what she's doing behind the doors. She's still keeping your family together. That's support right there.
Yeah, real talk.
She could have left.
Right.
While you said you was being an a-hole, she could have left. But she was supporting this family. Now understand that part, and you'll be good.
Love it. Anybody else want to add anything? I dropped the mic, huh? Right there. Pretty solid. I appreciate y'all, brothers. Hey, we want to thank y'all for this time. Our time is up. Hey, we want you to make sure you tune in. We're gonna be doing a little fine tuning. It's a little after show and things like that. So, hey, look out for the clips. We're gonna be putting them on there. Remember, share this, like this, and subscribe to this. The Marriage Tune -out. We want to thank just the brothers for coming out. You know what I'm saying? Just love y'all, man. Real talk. I'm not ashamed to say it. And hey, we wish y'all nothing but peace and blessings. And we will check y'all soon. Same bat channel, same bat time. Woke up, still smiling, sun shining, feel fine. And yo, it's one person I got to thank. And no, it ain't your mama or your Uncle Hank. It's Jesus, the one that'll get you going. Keep you flowing high, you already know. And he'll lift you up, pick you up, get you up. He'll set you up in a life with less strife. That's just right, with pure love and more light. As long as you live it, but he got you. And now that you free, what's the plan for you? You better get him, let him, live him, kiss him, miss him, bug him, hug him, love him. And please stop talking this, that, and third. And just focus on God in his word. Cause I'm lit, I'm free. The light I see, switch it up, I'm lit. I see the light, I'm free. Old school,